guys, how are you? So today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful book. It's a great item to decorate your cakes with. As it's May, it's communion season now. I use it for my cakes. It's been highly requested, so I wanted to show you how to make one. So I have some fondant here. I have already warmed it up in my hand, so it's nice and pliable. Now I'm going to add some Tylose powder. You know, it helps to make it once the fondant dries, it helps to make it really hard so it doesn't break, it doesn't crack. So I'm putting here around a teaspoon, and I'm going to fold it in nicely. Even those things that fell out, I'm going to incorporate. So I do that for maybe a minute, just to make it nice and stretchy and really nice to work with. So I'm going to kind of make a shape now that I'll be able to cut out a shape of the book. Now the thickness I am rolling it with is around 1.5 centimeter, and I'm cutting the first side of it. I am using a metal ruler here. You can use a long knife if you have it handy. Now I'm smoothing out that edge with my fingers. Now before actually I will cut the other side, I need to know the size of the page. So I'm going to do that first. So this is the edible image here that I have. It has a plastic backing, so I'm going to peel that off now. And I'm putting my fondant to the side for a few minutes while I'm going to cut this page to the size that I want it to be. I am using the X-Acto knife here, and I'm going to use the same ruler to cut it to the size. So I don't want to cut too close to the lettering so it doesn't look I just wanted to have nice space so it looks nice and clean. I'm lining it up every time with the line, so I just want it to be very straight. And I'm gonna do the other side the same way. And now I'm just going to do the sides. Now for this kind of book, the best edible image would be the sugar sheet. You can use waffle paper, but you cannot back it with the fondant in the way that it's going to then be moldable. It's more stiff, so it will give it a totally different look. But I like to do it that way. So now I can cut out the fondant to the exact size of the image. So that's what I'm going to do now. Every time I move the fondant off the mat, I'm lifting it up to make sure that it does not stick, because when I start pulling it off the mat, it might change the shape a bit, and I don't want that to happen. At the moment the fondant is still pliable, it's still soft, so we have to work very carefully with it. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm trying to mark to figure out the middle of the book. Now once I marked it, I am trying to push them to the sides and to make a shape of a book, open book basically. You see the shape that I'm trying to achieve here. So I'm gonna do it a little bit more. I want it to be more curvy at the top. And just making sure that the top and bottom are quite straight. Okay, so that's the shape for now. And now what I will need to do, I need to put backing for that main page, because on its own it's not going to be moldable, it will just lay flat. So I need to use a bit of fondant, again the same fondant, one of the offcuts, and I'm going to cut it exactly to the same shape again. Now I am using here edible glue. We just have to make sure that the image, all the edges of the image are covered with glue, because we don't want them to start lifting up. Now the important thing is when we place the image on the fondant, we work from one side to the other. That way we are pushing out all the air bubbles that might have been created there under, and we don't want them there, they will not look nice. And again we are cutting out all the four sides, lifting up again every time. If you find fondant to be very sticky, you can use some of the corn flour to sprinkle under, but I didn't need to do it. And now I'm smoothing out all the edges of that page. They are a bit rough, so I'm smoothing them out, and I'm giving them every corner. I make sure it actually is a corner. I'm making it very pointy. And that is it. So now I'm going to attach them together, the page to the book. Now in the middle I'm again applying a little bit of the edible glue, and I will use the ruler just to push it down. Just be very gentle, we don't want to cut through it. It might happen if you push too hard, so be very gentle, be careful. Now what I want to do is, because these pages now will be a little bit too long, but that is perfectly fine, because what I want to do is I want to push them in and match the edges, so this way you will see the effect it's gonna create in a second. It will be very, very curvy. See this way? Now what I want to do is I want to give those pages a little bit of movement, just like, let's say, the wind would be blowing a bit. So these pages, I will curve them a little bit, one side just a bit, and then the other side also. I will just use a bit more glue here for it to stick nicely. That's perfect. Okay, and I'm going to do the second side, the other side. Again, just put a bit more glue. All right. Now I have this tool, I don't know what it's called. If you know, you can let me know in the comments. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to create pages here, just the look of pages being there on the bottom of that fondant book. So this is what I'm doing here. That's how it is. I'm not sure if you can see it properly. Now I'm doing the other side. Those curves here at the bottom and top, they can be a little bit curvy. Just to follow the pattern of the fondant shape. They don't need to be very straight lines, they can curve a little bit up. As you can see here, I'm doing them a little bit curved, not really straight. Once I get to the bottom, then they become more straight. Now these, they have to be absolutely straight because these imitate pages. So we're doing straight lines here on the sides, and the other side the same thing, straight lines. And there it is. So that's how it looks. I think it's really cute. And we have to leave it to dry now, at least uh, till the next day. So definitely overnight, 24 hours. 48. That's perfect. You can store them in the closed box for even few months. That will be perfect. So this is already a dry book, and this is how it looks on my cakes. So I hope you like it, and you're going to do one for your cakes. Let me know how it went, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.